Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's chess puzzle. Ready to put our minds to the test?
Absolutely, bring it on.
All right, let's see this board. So for white, we've got the queen on g5, pawn on a4, bishop on d3, pawn on f3, bishop on b2, knight on e2, pawn on f2 and h2, rook on b1 and g1, and the king on h1.
Okay.
Black has their rook on c8, knight on e8, rook on f8, king on g8, bishop on a7, pawn on b7, f7, g7, and h7.
Gotcha.
And then pawn on a6 and d6, queen on a5, knight on c4, and pawn on e4.
All right, so quite a setup we've got here.
Yeah, let's dive into this, see what we can uncover.
Sounds good.
All right, so first glance, what jumps out at you?
Well, white's queen on g5, that's a powerful position.
It really is.
Almost like it's got a laser focus on the black king,
Yeah.
cutting off escape routes, really. And those rooks on b1 and g1, they're ready to pounce.
They're definitely well positioned.
But black isn't just sitting there.
Right.
That queen on a5, it's a tricky one.
How so?
It could create a pin, you know?
Ah, I see.
Trap white's bishop on d3, that's a possibility.
So a real strategic battle going on here.
Absolutely, each side with potential threats and vulnerabilities.
So if white tries to go after the black king, they got to be careful about that pin.
Exactly. One wrong move, and they're stuck.
How do we even start to break through this?
Well, the key is to outmaneuver black.
Okay.
Lure that queen away from that pin.
To protect the bishop.
Precisely. And at the same time, open up a path for an attack.
Do you see any moves that could achieve that?
I think so. Let's see.
What about maybe the queen on g5 could go to g7? Put direct pressure on the black king. Maybe force a move.
You're thinking along the right lines. That queen to g7, that's a crucial move.
Really?
It's the key to unlocking this puzzle.
Okay, so that's our starting point.
Yes, white, queen g5 to g7.
And how would black respond to that?
Well, they'd want to protect their king, of course.
Right.
Most likely, they'll move their knight from e8 to g7 to block that check.
So knight e8 to g7.
Exactly.
Black's trying to hold their ground.
But this is where white can set the trap.
Oh, how so?
White, rook g1 to g7.
Wow, a sacrifice.
They give up the rook, but now the black king is forced to move.
The other choice.
Exactly, black. King g8 to h8.
So they've successfully pulled the black queen away.
That's right, no longer protecting the g-file.
What an interesting turn of events.
And now it's time for white to deliver the final blow.
Okay, let me think. I think I see it, white. Rook g7 to g8, forcing the black king back to g8.
That's it, black. King h8 to g8.
And now, the decisive move.
White,
Rook b1 to g1.
setting up the checkmate. Black might try to counter with queen a5 to g5.
What?
But it's too late, white. Rook g1 to g5.
Checkmate.
Exactly.
That was an incredible sequence of moves.
It was, wasn't it?
Starting with that queen to g7, sacrificing the rook, luring the black queen away, and then bam, checkmate.
There you go. A beautifully executed strategy. White used their pieces so effectively, they systematically cut off the black king's escape squares, forced it onto the back rank, and then delivered the final checkmate.
Truly a masterful play.
It was.
Thank you for listening.